Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about romancing the prospect. In the last video we discussed how it's important to always think like a prospect and to not assume that the social rules of the real world don't apply online. Buyers want the same things regardless of whether they're in your store or on your website, so you can't be fooled into thinking you can take shortcuts. Yes, your ability to interact with buyers is different online and you have different tools at your disposal. But the buyer is the same. They're still pleasure-seeking animals, they still want the same outcomes, they want to feel special and smart, they want to win, they want to feel validated for the purchase that they've made, they want to have a life that is richer, sexier, faster, more exciting or comfortable. They want things to be easy. Humans have always wanted these things, regardless of whether they were living in palaces or living in caves. Our fundamental emotional needs have never changed. Unfortunately, these fundamental emotional human needs are usually poorly satisfied by the sterile approach of most marketing. Here's what we sell, here's how much it costs, please buy it. A lot of times they don't even include the cost part. As you can imagine, this leaves most buyers pretty unmotivated. Where's the romance in that? Where's the courtship? Today we'll talk about how to fix this and to begin trying to sweep prospects off their feet. First is, build a process. I said in the last video that there's no silver bullet in marketing, so you need to start by gathering as many bronze bullets as you can and building them into a repeatable process. To stay with the romance metaphor, imagine you met the person of your dreams. How would you get them to marry you? Most of us just ask them out, get rejected, and then scurry away. But imagine if we approach this process methodically. How would we avoid that rejection? How would we increase the odds of getting our dream date to say yes? When we change our thinking, we change the outcome. The same is true in lead development. We know that just saying, here's what we have, please buy it, seldom works. Just ask all the people who work in retail. Billions of times a day, retail salespeople say, can I help you? And customers respond with, no thanks, I'm just looking. Despite this approach having a disastrous strike rate, most retail salespeople never change. They never experiment. In order to win over prospective customers, we need to ask, what do we need to give them? What do they crave? How can we make their experience with us so different and interesting that it pushes all of our competitors into the prospect's rearview mirror? This is the conversation that has to take place first. What does our process for romancing prospects look like? What can we offer to gradually move them towards us? A good analogy for this is retail store design. The best stores are really inviting. They basically usher you into the store. One minute you're looking at the displays, and the next you're standing in the store. It didn't used to be like that. Old shop fronts were often intimidating. Limited visibility into the store, poor window displays, dark doors that you had to push open with force to gain entry. Think about that compared to what we enjoy now. Good store design is a marketing mechanism. It pulls you into the store bit by bit. Number 2 is assemble your assets. So what are your assets? What do you have that can be used to romance the prospect? And don't panic if you think that you don't have any. It just means that you'll need to build some. What we're talking about here is things like how-to videos, ebooks, free trials, samples, video testimonials, anything you can think of that the prospect wants and that you can provide without massive duress or cost. I know the voice in your head might recoil at giving these things away, but it's a time-proven strategy for winning people over. The law of reciprocity has been around forever, and it clearly states that if you give a little, you'll get a little. Generosity breeds generosity. But beyond all that, it just makes good sense to give prospects a taste of what you can do. Once again, asking them to shell out money for something they've never experienced is asking a lot, usually asking too much. Why do you think car dealerships do test drives? They know very well that once you experience the car firsthand, the chances of you buying it increases exponentially.
Okay, that's part 1 done. Be sure to check out part 2. See you soon.